Seems I'm late for the party. Good job you did there, High Keeper. It's not like I warned you this would happen if you didn't cooperate.
You bloody piece of filth! I swear I'll...
He's right, Keeper. If you hadn't refused to cooperate with the Deathmen, these soldiers might still be alive.
How dare you?
Forgive me, but we should not discuss this now. What about the tomb? Where are...
What was that?
The vile dog. The undead. They must have broken the seal.
There's no other choice. I need to perform the ritual.
What? No, you...
They will try to stop me. Defend me as long as you can.
Are you deaf? Stop it right now. This is an order.
Shit. Here they come.
Commander?
Aye.
Well then.
Corporal?
Yes?
Any mind? Yes.
Damn it! I need healing. They killed one of our heroes. We'll make short work of them.
No. Don't die on me, will you? We need you.
Help! Please!
Yes?
That way? Sure.
Blazes. That was unexpected.
Uh-huh. They will burn.
Danger up ahead!
Understood.
Just give the word.
I'll keep you shielded!
What's next?
Ah!
Whatever's necessary.
Get ready.
work on mine. Whatever's necessary.
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
It killed one of our heroes.
Is this really necessary? Help, please.
Blasted armor.
Help, please.
All right, why not?
Kiroy! No, you can't.
Shit.
So, what's the plan? Sounds like a plan.
Interesting.
I killed them.
That ritual he performed, what was it?
A sacrifice. He knew there was no time to seal the tomb manually, so he decided to act. Dutiful until the end.
What about the Field Arg? Are we safe?
As long as we hold the fortress, yes. The world is safe. And as always, we're the ones who paid the price.
Well, will you be able to hold it?
Yes. The undead took this fortress because we didn't expect their ambush. We do now. As long as we keep the gates shut, we'll be able to fend them off.
What about the stone? We still need it.
Of course, you'll get your stone. Just wait here. Here, is this the one you're looking for?
It is. Where did you have it?
In our treasury. It has been in the fortress since our order was founded. We never knew what it was and assumed it was a Hibernian artifact. Turns out it wasn't. Here, take it.
Thank you.
Thank me. You still have no idea what you prevented from happening, have you? If you hadn't been here, the File Darg would have awoken, and then the Bloodburn would have been the least of our worries. And here I am, not even knowing your name.
It's Tahar. Yes, like Isamo Tahar.
Oh, so you're... Huh. I... see. Well, Aonir's blade was never affected by your father's rebellion, but it seems you don't take after him. That's good. Anyway, all the best on your travels, and good luck.
Likewise.
Sir Catras, I think we should have a word. Yes, you will get your helmet.
What do we need?
Tahar, what is it?
There's one thing I've been wondering about. After we parted at the hideout, what exactly happened? How did you and my father part ways?
Good question. I guess it all started with the relics, the tomes. You remember them, right?
Yes. He was hoping they'd help him to win the war.
Exactly. And there was this one moment when he found the 5th tome. When I came to a realization. You see, there were all those bodies. Enemies, but also many of our people. And as dramatic as it may sound, that's when I finally understood that we had lost our cause.
And that's the reason Zane, Helena, and I betrayed him. Come on, do you really want to tell us you didn't see that before? The tomes were all about power.
I knew it was about power, but Asamo always told us that he would use that power for the greater good. And it's not that far off. I mean, can't you imagine? With the power of the tomes, we could have united the world. Even made it a better one. No more persecution of the deviant. No more wars. No more suffering.
You mean an aristocracy, with a couple of mages playing God?
There's always someone playing God. And honestly, don't you think the world would have been a better place if there were gods who actually cared? Who involved themselves in politics? I do.
Huh?
Can you tell me more about you?
As he should. What do you want to know?
That's all for now. Keep your chin up, Flynn.
Huh?
That's all for now. Keep your chin up, Flynn.
Will do, Tahar. And don't forget, fortune favors the man with the crossbow. Huh?
I want to buy some better equipment.
Music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
What's next? How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Thanks for asking. You know, Corporal, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Well, not knowing your mother and all that shit your father put you through. Do you ever feel lost?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, I'm just wondering, I guess. So, what's your answer?
I manage.
I see. You know, I haven't told you that yet, but actually our pasts aren't so different. Save for the fact that my father didn't try to conquer the world, at least not that I know.
How are our pasts alike then?
Simply put, I also didn't know my mother. And my father was a bastard if there ever was one.
What happened to your mother?
She died giving birth to me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. As I said, I never knew her.
I take it you and your father aren't on good terms then.
You are of great wisdom, Tahar. No, we were not. I was and still am the only heir of the family, and if there's anything my father ever cared about, it was prestige. You see, it might not be obvious, but I'm actually of noble blood. Pure blood, as Finn and Mir elves call it. Nothing in...
There's nobility in Finn and Mir?
Oh, yes, there is. They don't call it that, but essentially Finn and Mir is an aristocracy.
How so?
Well, as you might know, elven culture heavily revolves around the White Tree, a gift from their goddess Ellen. Simply put, the tree is revered and guarded by a group of mages, of seers, called the Council. They're the rulers of our country, 6 women and 6 men. Now, according to the ancient lore, when a seer dies, his or her successor is chosen by the Council.
Which means they make sure that the power stays within the right families.
Indeed. And even though elven families in themselves are small, in other words, the closer your blood ties with the Council, the closer you are to the White Tree.
So I assume your father put you under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. And I can't even remember all those festivities and religious ceremonies I had to attend. It was as if I learned the meaning of the word
What was your father hoping to gain from this?
Isn't it obvious? He wanted to marry me off. And
If he simply wanted to arrange a marriage for you, then why teach you magic, maths? When these things happen in Northander, it's usually more about, how shall I put it?
the looks?
And the ancestry, yes.
Well, these things play a big role in Finn and Mir too. For a priest, let alone a pure blood, to be seen with an uneducated, non-gifted street elf is frowned upon, not to say forbidden. Also, from what I've learned, it's mostly young women and girls who get married off in Northander, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, this isn't the case in Finn and Mir, but this is a topic you could fill books with. Probably not.
But it never came to that?
Almost.
I see. How about...
Oh, that's another topic, which was my choice, really. One of the few I made in those years. I preferred to stay on my own.
How come?
I don't know. What that means is that an elf who has seen 20 winters is still considered and looks like a child. Thus, behaves as such. I just never felt at home with most people. Especially around my age. And that feeling never changed.
Where is your father now?
Dead as a doornail. He got assassinated some years before I was allowed into the priesthood.
Assassinated? What happened?
He got mistaken for someone else. But it doesn't really matter. Let's not talk about it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. To be honest, I'm glad he's dead. Otherwise, I would be in bed next to some 200-year-old seer now. You see, Tahar, if there's one thing I took away from all that, it's that there's no greater power in life. Or, if there is, it doesn't care. Murderers live to be 100, children die in the birth beds. Ultimately, the biggest fallacy is that we like to believe that there's someone who gives a damn. I did. And even though not all worked out as I had planned, I'm here. And I'm free.
But the Guardians are real.
I never said that they weren't. There are 2 explanations. Number 1, the Guardians are far less powerful than we think. Number 2, they just don't give a damn.
I couldn't agree more.
Happy to hear that. The gods aren't the answer. Yeah, every once in a while there's the token miracle healing. The chances of your prayers being answered are next to none. So you can either sit on your buttocks hoping that some god will take pity, or you can take your fate into your own hands.
That's a cynical way to see things.
No more cynical than to believe that the gods care.
Why?
Well, if you had the power to intervene without risk and you don't, what does that make you? A textbook cynic, and definitely not someone I'd like to have a drink with, let alone worship.
But you still feel lost sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But I'm working on it. Anyway, we digressed quite a bit, didn't we? Sorry, my fault. Sometimes I just talk too much. I'll see you around, Tahar. And thanks for listening.
To this day, the Shaper's
Tahar, finally! Do you have the stone?
I do. What now? How do we connect it to the Nexus?
Well, I've done a little research on that. It should be pretty straightforward. Give me the stone for a second, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Now, let's see. Whoa!
This is amazing.
What the heck just happened? Was that the stone?
Yeah. It seems like our plan worked. The stones are the power sources of the Nexus.
Not sources, Tahar. They're simply the catalysts. As I said, the energy, all this magic, it comes from someplace else.
Well, I definitely know why the Shapers were so powerful now. If they were able to harness that, I wouldn't want to be their enemy.
Still, how does it help us find the source of the song?
Yeah, but it's not strong enough.
Well, we knew that already. We need to find the second stone first. Let's head to Everlight and find that archaeologist. He's our best chance of finding that island.
Exciting, isn't it? All that energy. The Shapers must have been gods.
True.
That's one word for it. But anyway, we still need that second stone. Is there something you wish to discuss?
Now,
Tahar, may I help you with something?
what exactly is it that...
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic.
if that...
No hard feelings.
I'd still like to know more about how you ended up in Northander.
Puggerim.
Yes?
That I get to ask you a personal question to...
I'm not...
Well then, I suppose we'll stay...
I'd still... Yeah.
That I get to ask you a...
Then we have a...
Fair enough. I was born in the Windwall Mountains. Sorry, still sorting out my thoughts. Alright, what...
Come again?
A true dwarf, as some would say. Born in the buried city. My family...
I think so.
Figures. I learned for some... Oh no, on the contrary, they're...
Are they?
Depends. They're...
What?
Aonir's tools or not.
So...
They smiled at me. Talked of me as...
Are they... You have...
Yeah. We...
What?
But, well, if you don't do that...
They do...
Yeah. The Blackstone Rebellion.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. First, one fine... Forgive me.
It's a...
Then he left. It's alright.
Why didn't...
Yeah.
What?
I came... In the end...
What?
I left my family a letter.
What about your...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I was one...
What kind...
Anything.
Of course.
That's... Either way.
Sure. Take care, Iskrin. Got it.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Yes?
Fair enough. Let's do.
What's next?
Fine.
All right. Danger up ahead.
That way?
Ah!
Sure.
More fighting. Does this...
Here we are. Everlight. What now?
We need to find the archaeologist. Let me think. Albertus Watley.
Everlight is a big city.
True, but the Creators Guild might be a good start. As far as I know, he asked them for funding. Let's go.
Move!
You picked the wrong enemies. Sure.
Let's see.
Sure.
Will do. What do we need? Now would you look at that? Interesting.
Yes, wanna trade? good choice.
More lost souls. What a pleasant surprise.
Got it.
They will fall. Look at that, boy.
What's the plan?
Fun. We're in for some fun.
Let's see.
I understand.
That's the way?
You read my mind.
Yes.
Give the word.
Anything on your mind?
Understood.
You got it. Here we go.
Now would you look at that?
This way, right?
They will burn.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure.
Got it.
Blasted armor. Sure.
Get ready!
Let's see.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Sure.
That way?
Interesting.